A very warm welcome to our program today. Today with us we have two young artists, a lyricist, both are lyricists, one is a vocalist and one is a drummer. So today to our viewers, welcome our guests, Rangtei and Wanrahbok. Welcome to our program today.
Thank you.
So as I just introduced you as both of you being a lyricist and Rangtei you being
I'm a
vocalist. So tell me, how did your journey start?
Actually, my journey started when I was in Guwahati. At that time, I did some cover songs along the way, but I met my friend Bok over there, and then slowly we started to get a vibe that we could write our own songs.
Right.
So together, we found that we could do it, our own original songs as well.
That's wonderful. So what about you, Wanrahbok?
Well, my journey with music started a really long time ago. So I was starting playing, I guess, 15 years back. And my journey with Rangtei started again from Guwahati. So I met Rangtei in the university, in which we start to be friends, and then he started playing the guitar, and we start creating our own music. So that's how
The
me
journey
and
began.
Rangtei began this what we are doing right now.
So as young viewers, and I'm sure our viewers would also love to know, because you are also doing a day job, so you're multitasking.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
wonderful. So coming to that, Rangtei, how are you balancing? Because you are also a lab technician with the civil, and that's a pretty hectic job.
Yeah.
So how do you balance? How do you find the balance between it?
Actually, with our band, sometimes he's free in the morning and I'm free at night. So we have to adjust along the way. Maybe we do it on the weekends, or maybe one day on, one day off, like that.
Okay.
Whenever we find the time. Yeah.
So even Wanrahbok, even you are also doing a day job.
Yeah.
So this, I think, a lot of young people out there, especially for our young viewers, Meghalaya being always into music, I'm sure you'll be inspiring with your journey as young, artists for our young viewers, especially who are looking up today or are viewing our programs today. So how do you balance with your job? Because you're also doing a day job as a senior quality analyst, right?
Yeah.
So how do you balance? Like how Rangtei was saying that, you have to adjust your timings because it's pretty
Yeah.
hectic.
Yeah, it is very hectic though, actually. Like what we are doing right now, we are just adjusting our own free time. I mean, we have to make a lot of sacrifices on the way. It's not easy to balance our own day job and to balance the practice sessions. All those things is a very difficult, scenario which we are facing. But somehow, with a passion and all true about what we are doing, so we kind of what we are doing, and we kind of make it happening. And as much free time we get, as much we have to divide it with our families, divide it with our friends, divide it mostly with the practices session as well. It's difficult, but it is going on.
But I think what you said rightly so, because when you are passionate about something, you will make a time, and this is something which drives you all.
Exactly.
So coming back to that, I would and I'm sure our young viewers also would like to know, and a lot of parents who are seeing, because again, when you choose to do something, though Meghalaya is a music hub, where people are into music, but when we talk about studies and balancing things, parents or family being support. So tell me, Rangtei, you said how your journey started, but
Yeah.
what kind of music influences you, and how was your family supportive regarding your balancing? Because even how Bok said that balancing is an act, and it has to be through support of family. It's very, very
Exactly.
important.
That's very
So
true.
can you just share with our viewers so that even our viewers can connect?
A lot of my journey when I was young as well, our family was really into music. Even growing up, I knew the lyrics of MLTR and everything. Just came into me naturally. So a lot of that influenced me as well. And some bands on the grunge genre and all, like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and some metal bands like Pantera and all. So I took influence from them. So in a lyrics view and in my passion for music as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about you, Wanrahbok? What, he said he had a certain genres. Of course, you both coming together, you have to have a common ground. But what inspired you, and how supportive was your family when it came to choosing?
Well, from my background, my family is actually, I came from a music background family.
Okay.
So my dad actually he's a bass guitarist in a band called the Rumram Brothers. And my mom is a singer as well. And most of my cousins and all my aunties as well, they are into music. So that's how, the influence came.
Right.
So and then after that I started to go on with my own genres and everything. As what Rangtei has described the bands, I guess we are having the same taste in music. So that's
Yeah.
how it happens.
Yes. So you all have a band which you've started called Remnants.
Yeah.
So when it comes to lyrics, what inspires? Because both of you are lyricists.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Rangtei first. We understand your genres, which you've said.
Yeah.
But when it comes to lyrics, what inspires, or how do you go about, for writing? Because what I believe, and I'm sure you would also connect to, is that something you have to feel when you put up your music out there.
Yeah.
Besides these sounds and how they affect, when you both are lyricists, so something has to connect to you. So for you, what connects and what inspires you, or what kind of songs, as per the lyrics are concerned, you cater to, or inspires?
Gotcha. Usually when I write a song, actually I start with the guitar and then I see what the vibe builds up in me, and then I write the lyrics based on the vibe that what I'm playing and in the guitar. So sometimes even writing lyrics nowadays there are so many songs until now, so you have to know to read between the lines, where are the sensitive parts that you can really touch and
You can connect to.
that I can connect to.
So when you talk about, like you said, you start with the music,
Yeah.
you start playing guitar, and then you start with your lyrics, and you all have done a lot of original songs. So when you come to that, can you just describe one of your song, if not the lyrics, and that we can when you play the song we can listen to it, but if you are to describe one of your song as per the lyrics, how would you say the vibe, more
The vibe.
importantly? Yes.
Actually, I played one song. It's called "Set Me Free," and it's about a guy that it's on the darker side.
Right.
It's like a guy that is dying. Sometimes, if I'm from a medical background,
Right.
I go to wards and see patients that are really on their deathbed and all. Sometimes they do not want all these needles and pins to poke them. So, when I see them, it comes to me that this person wants to let it go, let the journey take them where it needs to go. So yeah, that's it. That's some
That's
of my
one of
inspiration
the-
comes from that. Yeah.
Yes, I think because again, pain also plays a lot of how love and
Yes.
things, emotions rather, I would
Emotions, yeah.
say, play a very important part, and you have to vibe and connect and to feel. And as lyricists, both of you, you have to feel something. That's why I was saying that you have to feel something to actually connect and put it in words.
Yeah.
And one of the thing which you said, it also has two aspect of it. What I would what you've just described, and I'm sure our viewers would feel that too, if not in totality, that you say it's a bit darker side, but it also has a lot of hope in the sense of setting free, how you put it again.
Yeah, that's
So it
true.
has both sides of it, which is beautiful. Of course, we would love to listen to it later. And what about you, Wanrahbok? When because you he has given his aspect of connecting to being as a lyricist. So
Yeah.
what about you? How do you connect, and how is your vibe?
If I start writing lyrics, my connection and how I start to write down the lyrics is based on reality, on which, or maybe my reality in which I've gone through, stories which I heard, all those things, going out and seeing what is happening in the world, try to put it down in the lyrics, try to make it into a rhyme lyrics in which we can interpret later with the music.
Right.
Same thing. So that is how I mainly write the lyrics. So I tend to go through what is happening in the reality.
Okay.
That is what I used to do.
So it's basically
So
your own
basically almost the
experiences.
same, but most of some of the songs we've written based on my own personal experiences, and
Right.
some of the songs I've written is based on some other people's experiences, which somehow we used to hang out and then we used to hear stories from one person
Right.
or another. And then I was just let me just do something with your story. Can I do it? And he said, yeah, fine.
So
that's how it
yeah,
is.
that's interesting, because experiences, I always believe that experiences, we are the sum total of our experiences as
Yeah.
individuals. Like how Rangtei said that how the pain and the emotions he felt while connecting and looking at patients.
Yeah.
For you, your own personal experience, and you've also said that you connect or you listen to stories of other people. So if
Yeah.
you are to just give an example so that for our viewers to understand, when you listen to stories, is it cause driven, or is it their experiences or something which they are going through, their emotions?
Well, Well, that depends. It depends on how they narrate the story as well. So if it's their personal experience, or maybe something which they like anything which they used to narrate to me or tell me the stories or share the stories. It's just like I just pick it up. I was just like, okay, that sounds interesting, because hardly people are facing those kind of situation.
Right.
So that will not be the exact story if I written in the exact thing which I written in the lyrics. It will be a bit of a fictional part as well. Will be within the lyrics. So
because it's
someone
else's
personal journey. So
Right.
I would not even tell narrate everything.
Right,
I can
it's
take a little bit
understandable.
of the
So so that means you're saying that it will be a part of other person's personal journey,
Yeah.
which you would put it into.
Put it
So
into, yeah.
any of your songs, or are you looking into, because a lot of young people today, with like you said, you've seen around, what you feel around, okay, and a lot of young people are taking into causes and are being very vocal about causes, any cause, it could be any cause. So as young people, do you see yourself, or you have written, or do you see yourself in future writing songs echoing the sentiments of young people, not just through the experiences, but what is happening around, not in a specific way, but in a blanket way, if you could say? Would you look into, or this is something you would not look as of now, you're more into like experiences and feeling for yourself?
Yeah, like we're definitely looking at that in the future.
Yeah.
As I said, like coming from a medical background,
Right.
there are a lot of youths, they come for police case now. They have to register with us.
Right.
So like every time, like around 4 to 5 we get about drug cases now. So it's like I want to tackle this agenda about drugs
Right.
for the youth, like
Through your music.
yeah, through our music.
I think that's wonderful, especially, unfortunately, in our state, this is so much on rise.
Yeah, yeah.
And if not anything else, youth would connect to music, like I said, and we all know
Yeah,
that. That at the end of the day, music plays a very, very strong tool. And with the music, the lyrics play a very, very. So you all have a lot of, you can
Yeah.
actually make a difference, because when we listen, especially for me, if I'm listening to a music, the vibe, the beats, that's wonderful. You can, you can vibe to. But the lyrics are something which plays a very, very integral part of actually connecting to a song, because you hear a lot of, for me or for another person, music can be a noise. What is music? Is basically the sound which is pleasant to your ears, but also how it makes it more effective is the words.
Yeah, exactly.
Hence, the lyrics plays a very important
Yeah.
role, how you connect to the song,
That's true. Yeah.
especially with the vibe. So, yeah, one thing what you said, because young people would really relate to the lyrics. So it's something beautiful, and I hope our young people can relate to, especially unfortunately during the situation which we are in. Like you've said, that there are a lot of drug cases which we all are aware of. So if they could listen to something like that, that will be really nice. What about you, Wanrahbok? How do you see yourself as band members coming together, and also as a lyricist? Like I said, lyrics plays a very, very important part.
Well, regarding the current scenario in which we are, facing in Shillong, I guess if I'm not mistaken, we have started one lyrics which we have not completed yet.
Yeah.
There's one lyrics which we have written about the current situations, and
Right.
but most of the lyrics we tend to write it within the current timing right now.
Okay.
So it usually go hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we are on the verge of doing all those kind of lyrics as well.
So we will be looking forward to it when
Yeah.
it comes. Because I think, relating to current situation is something. As bands now, let's talk about as bands. Okay, I'll ask you first, Wanrahbok. So
Sure.
as bands, how did the band come? I understand your journey as together you have met, and that's how you clicked. How did, on your perspective and then yours, how did the band come about, and what made you start with a band?
Oh my goodness! Wow, that is a really long story. Anyway, cut it short. The band started, I guess, in 2018, right?
Yeah.
2018. So exactly that is not a band. It's just me and Rangtei. So we were just like trying to together. We're just writing, playing some music and everything. And then after that, 1 or 2 songs I had, and then we were like, why not do something, right? Why not create something which you can sing, you can play, I can play. Let's form a band.
Right.
And then after that, but it took us a really long time to find actually the 4 members we are having right now. So it was just recently in which we have a core group, right?
Okay.
Other than that, we have plenty of past musicians also who has been a part of our band. But then,
Okay.
you know, with the situation of, you know, timing, where we are
Right.
also have to work and all those things, so it tends to fall apart. But then the co-members now, which we're having, the four of us, we are like in the same page. So hopefully this will go on forever.
So when did the four co-members come together? Because you said you started 2018,
Yeah.
right? So how did the co-members come about? In which year?
The co-members started around like we met them around 2022.
Okay.
So like ever since then we could actually finish the songs that we had written from Guwahati before.
Okay.
So like it was around last year. Yeah.
So basically, all your dreams came into shape, though you were prepping it up. So it came, it took a reality, and how Bok said that. Of course, when we started this conversation, we said that how do you balance?
Yeah.
Because we have to pay our bills, so we have to
Exactly.
do that. Yes, but also yes, sometimes the timings is not right, and something happens. But so now, actually, your dream has come into a reality now in
Yeah.
2022 with your core team
Members,
forming. So tell me, how did the name come about, Remnants?
Remnants was the name that we actually sat down, like we decided on so many names that came about, but we could not finalize on those. So like we decided we will have a sit down, and then we started thinking about, we had so many members coming and that came and went. So when we found our our co-members, so like I found that word remnants is it suits us, because as I was saying, like remnants, the meaning of remnants is it's suppose in a situation like everything has fallen down, come down,
Right.
but like what remains is me and Bok, and yeah, so that's the meaning of the remnants.
And that's very poignant because, from your experience, how you've come through, and you said what remains.
Yeah,
And of course, actually, remnants does means, what is left.
yeah,
What is left of the thing.
Exactly.
So that's, I think, it's something heart connect. And you guys are standing tall. I hope for a long time. So that's wonderful. What about you, Bob? Will you
Well-
add something to it?
Well, that song, that sums up everything what Rangtei has explained. It's the same thing, right? It's like the last, the remaining, and all those things. And so I hope what we are right now, we will remain.
Right. So you're working to it. So coming back to that, till date, how many songs have you worked on and actually have? So tell me a bit about your music now. How is it taking shape?
I guess we have got a plenty of like songs. Up till date, we have written around almost 20 songs,
Okay.
and most of the songs, few of the songs right now we are doing a recording at the moment. So maybe in a few weeks we will be releasing a single. So yeah, that's about how many songs we're having right now.
Okay.
right now we're actually in the process of recording and all,
Right.
and like we're soon looking forward to release that single.
Okay. So our viewers know that we can look forward to their release. So what is your album or single called? Like, have you thought about a name, or is it still in the process?
Like we do actually have a name. It's called Three Damn Nights.
Okay.
Actually, it's in the process of recording, so we'll see when it happens.
So the name, So this is because something we want to know. Our viewers, I'm sure, would want to know more about it. Of course, it's in the process of recording, and understand that there'll be a lot of copyright issues. So but coming to that, you can just give us a brief idea, because so that like we could relate to, our viewers could relate to, how did the name come about?
Okay, Three Damn Nights is also one of the lyrics which we've written. It's a part of a part reality, part fiction lyrics. So
Okay.
it's kind of a story about a boy and a girl only. It's just kind of a a classic kind of a rock song. Like
So is it
slow
about
tracks and rock
romance,
song.
or is it about heartbreak? Give us a little bit of, so that our viewers can feel, okay, we are looking for something to,
Yeah, it is. It's a mix of romance and heartbreak at the same time.
Okay, so
One of
I
the
think our
simplest songs
young,
which we've written.
Viewers, our young viewers will connect to it. Especially young lovers can connect to it.
Yeah.
But the name, more importantly, the name, it's very very specific.
Okay.
So say something about the name.
So Three Damn Nights. I guess if you once the song is released and you can read about the lyrics, I guess you might understand what is Three-Ram Nights, because explaining it's
If you have to just give an overview for what our viewers can expect.
Right. It's something which, okay, something which, the romance between between a guy and a girl
Right.
happens within the 3 nights.
Okay.
So everything
Hence the
happens within
specific timing.
It's the specific name, Three-Ram Nights. So that is also a part of the reality and a fiction of one story.
Okay. So when a lot of, like I said again, there are a lot of viewers and especially young people who, a lot of young people, you've said that, sometimes they know they want to be in musicians, they want to be lyricists. But somewhere down the line, sometimes it's not only about the support. Sometimes, it's about feeling confident or not sure. So, we can really have a long conversation, but unfortunately we are running short of time. So if you are to say, individually, you are to say a few words for our young viewers who are aspiring to be musicians, it could be a drummer, could be a vocalist or lyricist, what would your words be of wisdom to them?
What we can inspire our youths nowadays is like to tell them that to bring back like Shillong back to its rock capital of India, like bring it back to its former glory. So yeah, that's about it for me.
Okay, what about you? But what would you like to tell your young viewers who are looking up to you, because you're a band which is coming out, and like you said, it's going to make a lot of impact. So when it comes to impact and making it, last parting words to say for your young, hopefully aspiring musicians, what would you tell them? What would your message be?
Well, for me, it's just like you follow your passion. I mean, if you have your passion with music, go ahead and just don't step back, don't go back. You can take a break, but then you can always move ahead, move forward, and achieve what what you want from your heart. So that is one thing, because it's kind of a really good example from my side as well, which I've been playing for 15 years, and now finally after 15 years I have a band. So
Right.
yeah, so I keep on moving forward, and it will happen.
Yeah, because you both of you didn't leave your dream, and that is, I think, it's very important for our
Yeah.
young people to realize that I like how you are, today witnessing this for young two people coming together. And yeah, what you said is lovely, because after 15 years, it's a
Yeah.
long journey. It's a
Yes.
long journey. Though you come from a musical background, to find your niche, to connect and form actually a band, you have to connect and be on the same page, because even within this 15 years of time and how you all came up, and recently only you did a band, I think what you said is very poignant, because not to give up hope, keep on persevering, I think. And I think the music scenario, before it was more of live, but now with recording studios being more available,
Exactly.
I think the scenario is, there has been a dynamic shift, because there was only live bands before, which is lovely again. And hopefully soon we'll see you, after your album also we'll see you in live performance, because that something, because live performance, I'm sure it gives you more of a high, of that high in the sense of not of drugs, but high of that passion which you receive from the viewers, that immediate reaction of your performance. Wishing you all the best for your
thank you
future
so much.
endeavors, and all the best for your album.
Thank you.
And before we part, we would just, I hope Rangtei will grace us with his song.
Yeah.
This is this is not the song that we're working on right now. It's like one of our songs that where it's in the process.
It's actually one of the only love songs which I've written, actually.
Oh.
Only positive love song.
That's something interesting, coming back to it when you said you're making an album for, a romance. It's interesting. It's interesting.
All right, here goes.
Yes, please.
This day has entered the sound of mystery, a mystery to be unfold. What lays beyond this enlightenment I hope holds the path for my soul. I want to lay by the lap of the waters. You stand a pillar to my life. Woman, when I'm on the edge of this life, you gave me this love, now you understand that I am just a man. Weary outside, stand against the sun and face the storm, make sure you will save. I promise you my love, I'll be around. Under my arms, sleep away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope our viewers enjoyed, and I hope our younger viewers will be inspired. See, it's a long journey, it's a process. So don't give up hope. If you believe in yourself, keep believing in yourself, persevere, and you will reach. Once again, thank you for being a part of this program.
Yeah, thank you.
And to our viewers, thank you for being a part and through the journey of these two young artists. Wish them the best, and we'll be looking forward for their album to be released. Thank you so much.